Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. I don't like this color thing going, but I ain't technical advanced, so I gotta do what I gotta do. I look to you. I really don't know, but it don't look too good to me. But I'm here to do what I do for you. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules of life. Storytelling. Story with a message, the message is story for life. You know I give life lessons. You tune in to receive them. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. I got some more good information for you. You know how we do. Right thinking mission. And that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, motivate enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, becoming conscious. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, to get all right thinkers to do just that. If you're a right thinker, your goal should be tune in, get your lessons, use them, and do just that. Know thyself. Let's go. That's all I got for you. Moving on. Let's go. I asked the question, personal, rhetorical. Do you know you? If you got a problem with that, tune in. That's what I do for you. Help you with that. Knowing thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinking, know thyself. Add to my yacht. Be true. Right thinkers. I'm a teacher. Today I'm going to be a psychiatrist for you. I'm going to shrink you. Come sit down, have a seat on my couch. Right thinkers, let's talk about addictions. Uh-oh, here you go. Now you want to expose. No, I'm not here to expose nobody. I'm not here to disrespect or cast aspersion on nobody. I'm here to enlighten those who, if this pertains to you, this is for you. Do something about it. If it don't pertain to you, okay, just another lesson you heard. Let's go. But that's what I'm here to do today. Talk about addictions of all kinds. You know, I don't pick and choose. I call a spade a spade. Let's talk about this addiction. First of all, addiction. Addiction is not to be able to do without something or someone. The need to have to do it. That's never good. When what you feel the need for is not good for you. I give a lesson on one-way relationships, but this is a psychological lesson for those who really can't understand how their brain works. I'm a thinker, man, right thinker. Wrong thinking is falling for an addiction, okay, of any kind. Let's talk about a few, and I'm going to do that, but a few of y'all already know where I'm going with this, so let's go. You feel or you think you have to have it, be it him, her, okay, let's start with that one. Or can't do without, no matter what it is, good or bad. You just can't do without that. That's an addiction. That's a mental problem that we can cure you. Simply, trust me. It's just like a man thinking he's a woman or a woman thinking they're a man. We can deal with your thought process, a psychosis, a psychological issue. But your body will tell you what you are physically. Now, internally, we can work on that. Okay, again, psychological stuff. But an addiction is feeling that you have to have or you can't do without something that's really not serving you. That's when it becomes a problem. Watch this now. See where I'm going? If you can't stop doing something, let's start with the smokers. Okay? That's an addiction. Well, no, I don't care what it do for you. It calms me down. Now that's okay, but guess what? You got the Maya philosophy. If you're going to do one thing that you like, it's going to do something that you may not like. Hence, side effect. When Western civilization give you a drug for one thing, oh, it's going to take care of that one thing, but it's going to mess something else up. So understand that. The Eastern concepts, they deal with herb and nature. They don't have a big side effect problem. So that's the difference. So man think he can just put some pills together, put some chemical together, and give it to you and solve the problem. This one is psychological. This you have to be talked through. You have to be listened to. Let them express themselves about what they addicted to, and then we can work from there. Called communication. Let's go. Drugs is another one. Okay. I was addicted. Drugs, sex. I didn't do alcohol. But etc. You see what I'm saying? So the thing that I like, that's what I was addicted to. I understand. So I'm speaking from experience, not from, high and mighty pious. Well, this is what you do, and this what I didn't got time for that. The real deal is, if you feel like you have to have something, you have to gain control of that thought, which starts up here. The world was created from up here, the thought concept. So really, if you have drug addictions, okay, they're all bad for you. But if you just have to have it, you're addicted. I had drugs by the truckloads. If I had an addiction to any one of them, I would have a problem. My addiction was to get him and make money. My addiction was chasing them girls. My addiction was satisfying my pleasures. So yeah, again, all wrong, but it's still what I did, and I understand that when I was doing it, I didn't. But again, when you're the one going through the addiction, you don't see it. I never forget when I was smoking a geezer and pipe. My mom looked at me and cried. I didn't get it. Went downstairs, in the room doing something. I looked at me, I said, my whole face was sunken in. When I got locked up, I was weighing less than 150 pounds. I didn't see it. I'm thinking this is the best thing to happen. Why do you eat yourself up with that stuff and didn't even see it? My mother saw it. So understand that when you're on something, you don't know you're on it. I got to tell a story about my older brothers. They took me to the shooting gallery over on 113 in New York, back in my 13, 14 years old. And they showed me all the things about heroin use, drug addiction, from their perspective, right hands on them. And then they did it. I just talked to my brother a while ago about that a couple of days ago. He said, did it work? Yeah, but it freaked me out. You know about this. You telling me about this, but you doing it. Never put a needle in my arm. So that part about they getting the point across work, but they didn't take it upon themselves. Again, before I give it to you, I done it already, and I get the concept, but I'm not doing that. So some things I'm not going to do, so I can't expound on them. I don't know how it feels to have the heroin go to your arm and they just go into that state. But I get the concept of they just want to, and they sat there for hours on end. But I know in their mind, they wherever they want to be. We had a song called Cloud 9. Yeah, when you something take over your thought process, you don't have a care in the world. But you sitting at a drug spot, everybody sitting there, everybody in the same state of mind. That's not good. So I never did. Long story short, I learned the lesson. So I would never be addicted to something I know is not going to serve me. Still sell drugs, got me arrested, put in prison, but okay, we pick and choose. Again, back to the addiction, sorry about that. But I have an addiction. Again, I had it. I'm human, and I admit to it. Now, my addiction is studying and teaching. I can live with that. Some other people might find problem. I can care less, but it's not better than running from the police and doing a bunch of nonsense. That's all I'm saying. So we learn in life. Even with the addictions, you grow past them, you get out of them. If an addiction, I've seen people, when I was a drug dealer, lose their lives, their careers, their marriages over drugs. That's crazy to me. And I was a dealer of them. But that guy there, he had no heart. He would take your last. He would take, and you wouldn't drugs from him, you're going to get him something. Sound like the devil to me. I'm just saying now, I look at it, dude, you was, yeah, but I was the devil's son. Moving on. So that was the concept. So he was a good guy. So I tell you all the time, I was loving being the bad guy. So moving on. Now I'm even loving more what being a good guy. I didn't know being good would be this good. Well, I done this a long time ago. Thanks, Rue. Moving on. Let's go. Do you know what an addiction is? Yeah, nah, but if you have one, now do you know what it is? We can always see somebody else's, but take a look in the mirror and take a good assessment and reflection of yourself and find out what your addictions are, and that's self-improvement. You correct them. It's just that simple. Constructive criticism is somebody trying to help you with something that you might be having a problem with. An addiction. Get defensive. Oh, can't deal with them. So nobody takes constructive criticism as you can't turn nobody back today. If you were doing something out of pocket, your boy said, yo, my man, you might want to chill with that. Why? It's not a good look. Now they just let you wild out. Okay, moving on. Anything that you feel you can't do without, something you can't control, that's an addiction. No matter what, again, of any kind. Don't use, well, I don't do this. But if you don't do that, but you do that, what's the difference? Okay, now you pick and choose. That's called selective addiction. You're going to select what you want to be addicted to, and that's fine because it's done by what? You generate an addiction for whatever it is you got affinity for that you can't do without. Moving on. For most men, young and old, let's talk about low nature. But I keep saying lower nature, that means from the waist down. That other thing between your legs. Fellas, if all you want to do is keep him happy, you're going to do a lot of wrong things. That means you're addicted too. Okay, moving on. And now it got so bad, when we had the problem with that, we thought it was for women. Now they want men. That's crazy to me. So, an addiction, don't care. Set. That's your addiction, the ego. Okay, I'll give him a break of the day. But if you're addicted, your ego tells you what it wants. Watch this. Now, I'll go to the little fella. Most of us grow up and never get past our lower nature. Why? Because we have marriages, and a lot of men have called side chicks. I call stress. When you are cheating in your marriage or relationship, I ain't choosing, but if you with somebody, be with them physically too. Not just, oh, I love you. Oh, yeah, but then when you want to have your pleasures, you want to get your freak on, you go find the other one who likes to do what you do. That's an addiction. Again, same thing. Moving on. I ain't casting spirits. I'm just letting you know. Ignorant people. Lives are what? Full of drama, aka addiction-filled situations that what? They cause on themselves by what they do. Don't get mad at your wife who caught you creeping. Really? Really? You gonna beat her up because you got to be crazy. But no, again, everybody got to, I'll just leave. Simple as that. Moving on. So if your addiction causes a problem in a relationship, the person who is, you need to just leave. Why? Because they're gonna cause more problems. Well, baby, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, and again. So you gotta be smarter, okay? And we as people who recognize addictions and our loved ones, we got to realize what the addiction is. And if it's causing a problem, I'm leaving you be, dog. I ain't got time for that. Moving on. If you are my friend and you're married and you got a side chick, we ain't friends. Why? I'm not gonna condone that. Why? I'm not the one. You know, you don't want no. Trust me on that one. So, well, I already know how that goes. Y'all know me. So, moving on. I'm serious about that. What's this? Now, repeated drama, cheating, okay, abusing your other half over what? Your personal addiction. That's crazy. Again, you are causing harm, hurt, and danger to somebody else other than yourself. That means it's not good. Okay, it ain't just you now. When I was in prison, my mother did time with me. Yeah, okay, but yeah, I'm not listening. I appreciate the lady, but I don't want to push you through this. Again, that wasn't addiction. That was a situation that I caused for my addictions of doing what I do. Put me there. So really, it goes right back again to your addictions. So when what you are addicted to causes problem to others and you, It's not a good addiction. Check that. So where we at? Now, if you can't control yourself, self-discipline, to not do what you know is wrong for you, you got to be really weak constitution. What? If you want to hurt yourself, to please yourself, that's an oxymoron. That don't make sense. I'm just saying, some people take that venture. Why? The thrill, the idea of, yeah, my man, but I can tell you, as a hustler, it's self-defeating when you get caught cheating. Sometimes you don't want to pay them dues. So, I don't cheat. I don't play the game. So, I don't have to worry about that. Moving on. Knowing you have an addiction, okay, yeah, is the biggest problem for a lot of us. They will argue tooth and nail. So don't waste your time trying to convince them. Leave them be. Again, if they believe they don't have addiction or think they don't, avoid them. Let them have at it. And know when they realize they do? When they got nothing else left. Now they need help. Now they're willing to admit, okay, now you can help them. Now you can help them. Because what? They want to help themselves. You can't do for somebody more than what they want to do for themselves. That's the first lesson, number one, in right thinking philosophy. And knowing you have an addiction, a lot of us don't even know we are addicted. Until what? It's too late. Again, when you get caught, you ain't sorry what you did. You sorry you got caught doing it. Come on, man, stop with that nonsense. I see good, righteous people. Don't make excuses for how they live. I see lying, deceitful people full of excuses of what happened. What this happened. Excuses for doing wrong. Don't do wrong. You have to make excuses. Moving on. Be transparent. Be honest. First of all, with yourself. Your addiction are seen by who? Everybody except you. Okay? The one who's addicted. But when those who see it, loved ones, family, and friends, try to come, what happens? Let them away. That's what I said. Leave them be. Let them steal their own. My mother, let them steal their own stuff. Simple as that. When it starts stinging to them, they do something about it. Simple. I love my mom's philosophy back in the day. When I was a kid, I hated it. Why? Because I was a victim of it. I didn't like that. But I'm saying now, yeah, she pretty much knew what you were talking about. So I give her props. I wish I learned that a long time ago. Moving on. Well, we all think we got control of our addiction. If an addiction, that means I have control. That's the purpose of an addiction. Something that you don't control. So you need help. And because we are what? Ignorant, we think we don't. So that's what happens with that. When the addiction is cheating, male or female, I don't care. The only cure is to what? Get caught. Okay, now it's come to a head. Now, I'm laughing, I put LOL. When I was doing my nonsense, was not worse than getting caught your hand in the cookie show. You talking about just shrinking, just like the wicked witch that was in pour water. Oh, I'm shrinking. When you get caught dead to right, that's the feeling that you have. They try to tell you a fairy tale. They try to break everything down for you. Get your story. I understand that because I tell stories too. Make a point. But when you get caught cheating, is it not self-defeat? Where are you going to put the blame? Who can, again, understand it. I ain't going to cast spirits. I'm moving on with that one. But yeah, I've experienced that one for myself. So I'm speaking, and every time I think about it, boy, that's one of the worst feelings in the world. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So understand that. What's this? I see my family and friends suffer when daily. Why? Because of their own personal addiction to whatever it is that's causing them problems in their life, and they don't see it. Is addictions good? As a teacher, philosophically, the right thing, that's a two-pronged answer to that question. The good question, that's a good question, and I can answer it, like I say, I'm going to take you both ways with that one. If your addiction is having a positive result on you and those around you, yeah, simple as that. When you're addicted to God like I am, to serving God, a lot of people are who found God, they have an addiction to what? So I ain't got a problem with that at all. But those who's faking it, oh, I got an issue with it. But if your sincerity is what you are, I ain't got a problem with that. But watch this. The flip side, remember, the flip side to that, your addiction, if it's causing problems, pain to you and others, that's not good. That's not good. That's my whole point. If what you're doing ain't serving you or causing pain and hurting others, it's not good. So, your decision, again, choice. Too much, again, balance means knowing both sides. Too much anything, be it good or bad, what is not good, what? So, being addicted to anything, be it good or bad, people gonna see it and have an issue with it. If you're in control of what you're addicted to, and it's a positive thing, okay, fine. But if it's negative, you need to seek some help. I'm just saying. Moving on. Addictions. What's this? Just like that, the ego will kill you. What you're addicted to will kill you. Why? It don't care. If you're addicted to drugs, that one time, bang, party's over. I'm not doing nothing. I wouldn't take a job where my life can get lost doing my job. I don't want them I don't need that kind of adventure. I don't ride roller coasters. So certain things I just don't do. Moving on. But some things like the ego, your addiction will kill you. So if you let it, that's not a good thing to do. I don't play cheeky with my life. I'm taking the sure thing. God. Moving on. Let me wrap this up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you get the lesson. I ain't fast inspiration. Just give me a lesson. Remember, I'm shrinking you. If this pertains to you, I'm trying to help you. Moving on. I'm not talking about you. How to stop, or AKA kick the addiction. Hey, you go. Let me close out with that one. Hopefully you can feel better about this in your addiction, because we're going to work on that. Practice. First of all, my right thinking philosophy daily. And get what? Self-knowledge. And that's the cure for all addictions. Why? But once you start taking command and control of oneself, the addiction, the ego will start to lessen. Why? He got no control. He got no more say so. If every time a desire came along, you went with it, that's the ego swinging you, swaying back and forth. When it's good, you like it. When it's bad, you're depressed. It's not a good way to live. So if you're addicted to drama, you're emotional, drama queen or king, you're going to continue to bring drama to your life because you like that. You obviously enjoy what it brings. If not, stop it. How you stop a con man? Don't let him con you. Move on. Don't be a victim. At the time, we ignorant. That's what he want. Ignorant. Y'all become a victim. Well, I didn't know. That's what the victim said. I didn't know. Calm down. So moving on. Practice righteous and virtuous living when daily. Why? It will keep all bad, negative addictions out of the mix. Become God conscious. Put yourself in God's obedience and do what's right. The addiction don't stand a chance. The addiction is your ego. That's the devil. Come on over here. Come on, you want to do that? Man, you can get high. Man, you can get all the girls you want. Man, you can make all that money. Don't you want to be famous? Those are all egoistical nonsense that none of us don't get it until too late. But that's how you can stop that. Okay? Don't listen to that other side. Again, when you're God conscious, here you go. The ego the ego, aka Satan, can't tempt you to do what's wrong. If you willingly do what's wrong, knowing it's wrong, you do, that's selling your soul. Ain't nobody buying your soul. You just giving yourself to the wrong person. Simple as that. You got good, you got evil. Your choice. If you do good, there's something that comes with that. But guess what? When you choose evil, there's something that comes with that too. It ain't just a one-way deal. Sorry, let me wrap this up. Yeah, I get caught up in the outfield. Let me wrap it up. Now, to all you addiction havers, if your addiction is serving the Lord and not yourself, stay addicted. Because I'm showing them why. I'm going to keep doing this. Why? It's serving me. I ain't hurting nobody. I'm enlightening and helping those who follow the concept. I have somebody tell me, you ain't talking about Yahweh. No, it ain't about Yahweh. Wasn't around. The stuff I'm giving you before Yahweh come along. So don't do that. Take the lesson. Understand it. If it don't pertain to you, we'll let it go on by. But I'm talking to all y'all. Watch this. Listen right there. The only good addiction is the true love and devotion for God, aka oneself. And when you know that self, that addiction will pay out for you like slot machine. Trust me, not in monetary things, but in spiritual things. That's what we are, spiritual beings. Know that self and get paid. I'll be back. Right, thinkers? Closing out. May all you live 100 and me 100 minus a day, so I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'm out. Enjoy.